they're learning like they're supposed to. They're actually going into their playbook and taking the information in and actually applying it into practice. So, like I said, it's going really well so far.
You got asked a little bit about this when you talked the other day, but what do you kind of think about some of the criticism you guys got just in general last year, and how do you take that and how do you respond to it this year?
I mean, it's the same. Since I've been here, really, we always got criticized about, like, just whenever, I mean, you get worshiped when you have good games and play good and stuff, but when you have your bad games and stuff, people always got something to say. But I mean, we just got to look past it and keep playing. At the end of the day, we got to go out and do what we got to do as a team and as an offensive line. I mean, we can't let that get to us because, I mean, after that happened, you end up pointing fingers and stuff.
And Coach was saying that it's not just the offensive line, it's the offense as a whole when stuff goes wrong. How do you feel that you all have meshed a little bit more this season, whether it's with Lamar, the running game, or just communicating?
I feel like now just having the experience we had and just like getting more of a feel of it. I mean, we was kind of young learning on the run. I feel like now everybody knows the offense. Well, for the people who are returning, knows the offense, and now like we're learning more of schemes, defenses, fronts and stuff, blitzes, which we had a big problem with last year and stuff. So it's not just trying to learn the offense. Now we're learning more football, more defensive stuff. So.
And for both of you guys, what's Coach Summers been bringing to the table? Like, how has he helped you all just coming in this first year?
So before, I mean, like he said a second ago, last year, I mean, we knew we was young and we didn't know too much of what the defense was and stuff like that. When he first came in, he told us right off the bat he's going to throw a lot of stuff at us and he wanted us to learn. So that's one thing I really appreciate from him is he explains stuff and he explains it in detail. So everything that we didn't know last year, most likely about the defense and things like that, it's a great chance that he's taught us like that. We didn't know too much defense or what kind of defense it was, what kind of front and stuff it was, but just since 6-7 months he's been here, we have learned so much. It's like a big focus.
Yeah, like he break down the fronts, and then it's not even so much just fronts. We learn the coverage, just cover two. I mean, he just break down the whole defense and the whole as far as blitzes. Now we pretty much know all the blitzes, and we can see what the secondary is doing. Like we know, when your corner drop down and your safeties rotate, we know what's coming and stuff like that. It's not like we're just blind to the secondary, only know what the defensive line is doing.
And there's another big thing is he's a big guy on like technique. He don't take no my bad, I'm sorry, we're gonna do it next time. He wants it done right now, and that's what we really appreciate. That he really forces us to use our technique, and he showed us how it's going to work. He showed us good plays, bad plays, us not using our technique, and plays that we do use our technique. He showed us how much better we are when we use our technique, and that's one thing he's big on, is basically technique and working hard at all times. So.
Geron, Coach Jim said the day before you guys started camp, I guess, he said that it's possible you might move around a couple positions. Have you done that?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the offensive line in general, we've been moving everybody around, but I done played center, guard, and tackle. I done played all the positions. But yeah, especially the first few days when it was just, when we had the two groups, the vets and the young guys, we had moved everybody around a lot just to get a feel at different positions and stuff. I guess trying people out and stuff. So.
Okay, now I've only seen you ever play quick tackle before.
Yeah.
I mean, how much do you play guard and center? Have you done that? Much?
I mean, I play it, but I mean, I've always played tackle. But I know my freshman year I was taking some snaps during camp, but really this year was the first time I actually played against defense and stuff at center.
That was just this week, right?
Yeah, just this week.
First time you done that?
And I was taking snaps over the summer too.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you? I'm still doing tackle, or I know you play guard in spring.
Yeah, I actually play guard right now. I mean, just because this past week, I mean, this week is just gonna start playing guard back. But I've been playing tackle since. So at the beginning of spring, I was playing guard. I was playing quick guard next to Geron, and then he ended up moving out there to tackle. It wasn't too bad like that. Then I ended up playing. Then he just moved me back this week back to guard. So if I'm just playing both. I'm trying to keep a touch on both of them. So
and then what? Mackay, is he coming in and playing some tackle? I guess. Now?
Yeah, Mackay playing that strong tackle. They just getting a feel for everybody. The first few practices they had Cole with the ones at guard. Now that I guess they're trying to see how Makai does with the ones at tackle. So they're just trying to get a feel for everybody and see who's the best fit.
Yeah, they just put combinations together and see what we can do with the combinations and what people we have in there and how good we can be with different combinations.
What's the different things from maybe being a guard versus a tackle or a center? I guess it's the footwork and the pass pro. And that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
it's mainly. I mean, of course, in the inside, it's always big guys. You got to be more physical inside, and then outside, playing the tackle, you got to be a lot more patient and quicker. I mean, when I started playing tackle, he was showing me some techniques and things like that. And it was a lot more being patient because I was always the type of that to come off and aggressive and like come at people's heads and stuff like that. But when I got out of tackle, I had to learn to try to switch all my technique around and try to be more patient with my hands and my punch and everything else. So it's a big difference.
What the very first question I asked, I didn't hear your answer to it. What do you kind of think about maybe any of the criticism the offensive line got last year with the number of sacks and things like that? And
So
what are your thoughts on it, or your reflections now as you move into the new year?
So what I thought of it, I mean, of course, no one liked the criticism. No one likes it, and that's one thing that we heard a lot from all over the place, and like I said, we didn't like it, and that's one thing we have come to now. I mean, we all came to agreement. When Coach Summer came in here right away, he told us right then and there, we're going to have to block out the criticism, and we're going to have to give all our best to become the top offensive lineman in the country. So that's one thing we have been working at. These first few days of camp has been hard, but you can see the guys always working hard to push to be the best. So, and like you said before, I mean, people going to give criticism, so I mean, we just going to have to take it and do one ear and not the other. So that's what I really think of it.
What are your thoughts on Makai? He's biggest guy he's been recruited here in a while.
What I think, he's a really good guy. He really is inside and out. I mean, and when you talk to him off the field, he's a really good guy. He's polite and he stands tall. He's a big guy, but and then when you come on the field, he's another whole type of athlete. I mean, he's pretty physical when he wants to be. I mean, it's a few things that he needs to learn, of course. I mean, because he's a freshman, but there's a lot of things that he is pretty good at. So I think it's a great fit. I'm glad we have him.
And, I'm just going to toot your horn a little bit, guys, but this past NFL draft, the #1 pick was Myles Garrett. You guys faced him in the Music City Bowl and just shut him down. When you're all going to see him playing on Sunday, are y'all going to be thinking back at that and be like, yeah, shut that guy down?
I mean, not really. I mean, he's a real good player and everything, but I mean, it is.
No comment.
You guys mentioned Coach Summers. What is different now? I mean, what's different in practice? What's different about the way he kind of does things that'll make it better?
Really just some technique. Him and Coach K, I mean, they both are real smart coaches, real good coaches, but just technique and I mean, both of them are passionate coaches. I guess it's just more on a personal level and stuff. Coach Summer, I don't know.